Morning, everybody. Carrie Ann here. We have a 30-minute cozy stretch, so you are going to need a blanket and a pillow. So pause me if you don't have that and go grab it and come back. Meet me with your pillow and your blanket. You can put them off to the side. We're going to use them a little bit later in class. And we're going to begin laying down on your back with your hands on your belly. So you can actually put your pillow behind your head if you'd like, or you can come straight down, flat on your mat or your space, wherever you are. Lay your body down. Place both hands on your belly, or maybe your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your belly. Laying flat on your back, your feet spread out to the sides, and close your eyes. Feel your belly rise and fall under your hand with each breath. And notice how you feel today, coming into this moment. Acknowledging any sensations in the physical body. And acknowledging how you feel mentally, emotionally. On the day of Christmas Eve, sometimes there can be stress or anticipation. Just notice how you're feeling. And wherever you are today, tap into a little gratitude for that breath that keeps you alive and your heart beating under your hand. For all of the things that you do have, and even maybe the things that you don't. Take 3 more deep breaths. And then you can keep your hands on your belly and just gently turn your head side to side, looking left, looking right, waking up the neck. And then take a big stretch like you just woke up. Arms and legs extend in opposite directions. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, pull your knees into your chest and give them a nice big hug. Take your hands on your knees and just draw a couple circles. And go the other way. And then take your hands on your shins or your knees and start to just rock until you come all the way to a seated position. Take your time getting there. Very nice. And bring your pillow around. This is optional, but it will elevate the hips, which will give us a little bit of a cozier stretch so you can take your pillow behind you and have a seat on top. We're going to start with some side bending stretches. You can have your feet cross-legged, however feels good for you. We're just going to reach it up and over to one side. And the other way. One more time. This time as you come up, you can turn your chest to face down and back up. You'll feel that stretch a little bit differently in different places as you move. Give yourself a couple of those rotations, all the while focusing on your breath. And then reach it back up and over to the other side one last time. And come back to the center. Take a deep breath in. Open the arms up. And on your exhale, twist it to one side. Looking over that shoulder. On your next inhale, come back up. Arms come up. Exhale to the other side. And release. We're going to take those feet and bring them together for a butterfly stretch. Maybe you take a couple seconds, massage the inner arches of the feet, seated upright for now. You'll start to fold yourself forward, keeping a flat back. And make your way on up. We'll come off of our pillow and onto the ground on our knees. Coming into a cat-cow. So place your hands underneath your shoulders and your hips over top of your knees. You tuck your feet down now, flat on the ground. And inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Take your time going through this motion. Inhaling and exhaling. Looking up as you inhale, and then tucking the chin as you exhale, feeling that stretch down the back of the neck. Do one more on your own time, and then meet me back with a flat back. You're going to come into child's pose, so push your hips back. You can have your knees wide and big toes together, or your knees and toes together. You'll sit your hips back, reach your hands forward, and let your forehead come to the ground. we'll roll ourselves back up nice and slow to our kneeling position. We're going to thread the needle. So you're going to take your right arm up, breathe in, and then slide it through on your exhale. Palm faces up. It keeps sliding all the way over to the left until your right ear comes down to the ground. Your hips are caught in the air. And breathe deep. And come on up all the way up to where you started. Exhale to release your hand and inhale left arm up. Same thing. Left arm comes up. Exhale, slide it through as far as you can get it over to the right as your left ear comes down to the ground. Come back up on your breath in and release. Very good. Tuck your toes and we're coming into downward facing dog. Hips peel up. You can pedal out your feet. Feeling that stretch in the calves. And then take a moment and just find stillness, letting those heels come down towards the ground, pushing away from the ground with your fingers and your hands. And start to walk your feet in baby steps towards your hands. Tiny little steps, take your time getting there. Once you arrive, bend the knees generously, and we're folding forward. You can maybe shake the head left and right. Make sure you're not holding any tension there. Maybe grab opposite elbows and rock side to side. Whatever feels good. And you're going to start to slowly roll your way up, one vertebrae at a time, super slow, until you come all the way to standing. Once you get there, reach yourself all the way up. Sorry, new space, trying to figure out where you can see me. Reach your arms all the way up. And bring them back down. Breathe in, reach them up. And back down. Last time, breathe in. And back down. You guys stay standing. I'm just going to come down here so you can see my head. Reach your right arm up and bend it for a tricep stretch. And then come back down. Other side. And back down. Take your hands, interlace them, and push your palms away. At the same time, rounding your shoulders forward. So push those hands forward. Find that space in the upper back body. Feel the skin on the upper back stretch as you reach forward. And release. Take the hands behind you, interlace, push down and back. Make sure you're not arching or your ribs aren't sticking out. Try to pull that all in, standing up straight. If you'd like, since you're standing, you can fold yourself forward. Let your chest come down towards your legs and let your hands come down toward the floor. You don't have to. Slowly come out of that if you're folded over. And then release your hands. Give yourself some shoulder circles back. And forward. Take one arm and cross it over. And another way. And then release. We're going to give ourselves a big body hug. So cross with your right arm on top. And just walk your fingers back. Keep walking them back. You're hugging your shoulder blades. You can feel them there. Nice big hug. And then do me a favor and just close your eyes. It might feel a little silly to hug yourself, and while it's a good stretch, embrace the fact that it also just feels nice to get a hug even when it's from yourself. Continue taking deep breaths, filling the torso with air. You can keep your eyes closed as you release your arms down by your side and do the same thing with the left arm now on top. Walking your fingertips back towards the midline of your spine, feeling the warmth of your hands on your back as you give yourself a big hug. And slowly release. You can close your eyes. We're going to inhale the arms up. And exhale, you'll fold forward, swan dive. Last time on this forward fold, get the most out of it. Maybe bend and straighten the legs. Whatever feels good. We'll walk the hands forward, step the feet back into our downward dog one more time. And drop the knees. Keep the hips over top of the knees, and you're going to walk your hands forward to come into puppy pose. So keep those hips where they are. Just start to slide your hands forward and let your chest come down towards the ground. Two more deep breaths while you're here. And then you take your blanket, make your way back up, grab that blanket. You have two choices. We're going to come into pigeon. Keep your pillow in front of you. Struggling to find my words there. So you can lay your blanket out as a space to come on top of. Or if you're feeling a little chilly, you're going to wear your blanket around you as we come into our pigeon stretch and get nice and cozy. So pigeon, we come into a plank and pull our left knee forward first. Our foot's going to come over to the right, and then we'll drop down and slide out. So if you're going to do that with your blanket, go ahead and put it on, or if you're a little warm already, you can put it down and lay on it. Slide that right leg back. The foot, top of the foot is on the ground. Our hips are square. We'll sit upright for a moment. Try not to slide onto that left hip, but instead keep those hips turned so that you're facing forward. You feel that stretch in the left glute. You can put your pillow down in front of you now. We'll start to fold it forward and come into a very, very cozy version of pigeon. So maybe you can lay all the way down onto your pillow, but maybe that's a bit much for you. You can come onto your forearms or even onto your hands. Whatever feels good for you. We're going to be here for a minute, so take your time and just relish in that delicious hip stretch. A few more deep breaths here. Soften anything that you're holding tension. If your forehead is crunched up or maybe your jaw is clenched, try to release all the muscles in your body. Just let it go, melt into the floor. Come on up. We're going to come into the other side, so you can place your hands on the ground and tuck your back toe. We're going to just switch feet. So bring the right knee forward now. Place it down. That foot kicks over to the side and you slide that left leg back. Left toes are on the ground. Sitting upright for a moment first, finding that foundation, making sure the back knee is facing down. Hips are square, facing forward. And then we'll slowly melt forward. Come onto your pillow or however you'd like to. And immediately just find that softness. Soften your whole body, your upper body, your lower body, and just melt into the ground and your pillow. Start to make your way back up. Man, I could fall asleep like that. And we're going to roll over onto our side. for the end of class. So we're going to do a quick happy baby. You can put your blanket off to the side, but we'll need that again later. So don't send it too far away. Lay your head down on your pillow, and then take your right foot and plant it on the ground, and your left foot and bring your left foot to your hand. Grab the outside edge of your foot and just drive that knee down towards the ground, towards your armpit, feeling that nice hip stretch. And then we're going to switch. Bring your left foot down, your right foot to your right hand. Grab the outside edge and pull that knee down towards the ground. And then slowly release that foot. Now you can once again lay on top of your blanket for this. We're going to just finish the class with some deep breathing. Or if you want to get nice and cozied up, you can put your blanket on top of you, like a blanket. And then once your legs are extended, you can give yourself a little tuck in. Get yourself nice and cozy with your blanket, your pillows behind your head. Arms are on top of the blanket if that feels good, and palms face up. Once you're all nice and cozy, close your eyes. Thank yourself for taking this time out of your day. And this is your time to just relax for a couple minutes before you start your day. So enjoy it. Let go of those wandering thoughts and just simply be in this moment. And as this class comes to a close, I invite you to continue to practice that gratitude that we talked about in the beginning of class. Keep that attitude with you as you travel through your day and your week and your year. Just remember all of the things that there are to be grateful for, because our mind is trained to look for the bad. When you can flip that narrative, trick yourself into a little happiness, it can really change your mood. I am grateful that you all shared your morning with me and that you continue to show up for yourselves. Look forward to seeing you all in the next class. You can stay here as long as you'd like, or if you're ready to come out, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes and roll yourself onto one side. Take a deep breath there before pushing yourself back to seated and having a fabulous day. If I don't see you guys before the holidays, aka Christmas tomorrow, have a wonderful holiday if that's something you celebrate, and have a fabulous weekend.